Reverend Al Sharpton rallying attendees at the Save Our History rally held at the historical Florida Capitol earlier today. Thanks for joining us. I'm Channing Frampton.
And I'm Ava Van Valen, joined by Reverend R.B. Holmes and others. They marched from Bethel Missionary Baptist Church to the Capitol in protest. Their main point of contention, Governor DeSantis rejecting the instruction of a high school advanced placement African American Studies course. ABC 27's Gabriela Mercurio is live tonight at the Capitol. And Gabriela, why did people say they needed to be there today?
Hundreds of people from around the state marching today at the Florida Capitol to ensure that Black history isn't erased. Hundreds of people rallying to save our history at the Florida Capitol Wednesday. One of those is Mary Milton. Milton helped write some of the curriculum for students at Florida State University in the 1970s. Having seen segregation and fighting for diversity and inclusion in schools for years, she's stunned to hear the proposal of eliminating African American studies in 2023. Milton is now marching for her 2 grandchildren.
I'm out here to stand up for my grandkids because I want them to know my history and their history, and it shouldn't be taken away from anyone.
People traveling from across the state to make their voices heard. Isaac Williams is a pastor traveling from Pensacola to be here, also experienced segregation, and why history like what he's lived through is important for American history.
We went to black schools, they went to white schools. They gave us the hand-down books what the white used. Everybody had their names in their books before we got our books. And then we will walk while the school bus will ride by us. That's what he is trying to do, inch by inch.
Marching hand in hand, 3 freshmen from Trials High School saying the lack of AP African American Studies being taught will directly affect them and their future.
If they got rid of APs, it would affect everybody. Like it would, if you want to get into any school, really like Ivy Leagues, they're not going to look at you if you don't have College Board classes.
The Tallahassee chapter of the National Action Network says that their next step is to continue to have their voices be heard to ensure that lawmakers don't eliminate African American studies for high schoolers. Live at the Capitol, Gabriela Mercurio, ABC 27.
All right, the state considered the pilot version of that AP African American Studies course biased and historically inaccurate. Though most of the cited concerns were removed or made optional in the final version of the class, many here worried political pressure was being applied to whitewash Black history. Reverend Al Sharpton, who fired up that crowd later at the Capitol, charged that Governor DeSantis shouldn't be meddling with education.
If you would study history, Governor, you would have known to mess with us in education always ends to your defeat.
Now, in a news conference that followed, Sharpton went further, dubbing DeSantis Baby Trump and saying the Republicans' actions were racist. DeSantis suggested the state consider dropping the nonprofit that administers AP classes, College Board, altogether.